Hello everybody and welcome to the Decks of the Weekend. It is Monday. It's still holiday here in Italy, the day after Easter, called Pasquetta, and it's usual for friends and family to just go around, do some picnics. For me, I'm gonna hop there soon. But first, I want to deliver the Decks of the Weekend because there's no Monday without it. And let's begin with Modern. Let's begin with the deck that won Saturday's Modern Challenge. That is Bring to Light Omnath. I have brought this deck to the stream a couple of times, and it's funny how this deck is like cyclical. Sometimes it just comes back, wins an event, and then just disappears for a while. What is trying to do is that you have Bring to Light either to get Valky out of the way or to get Scape Shift. What you do with Scape Shift is that you get your Valakut and your Mountains and you just kill your opponent. With Triumphs being out very soon, like probably next week, we're going to have the Naya Triumph. Maybe you can fix the mana base even better, as Triumphs are very good in this strategy. You have, of course, Ren 6 and Iteration, and you use a Burg Razor and Drought of the Elysian Grove to ramp up to the 7 mana. This is kind of a cool deck. Of course, it's one of the many Omnath 4-color decks, so the mana base is a little bit of a struggle. This deck suffers Blood Moon way more than the 4-color Yorion because you don't play with Abundant Growth, and also you rely on your lands to also kill your opponent. But again, Bring to Light Valky is a great B plan and definitely a great way to win for this deck. I'm going to also show it to you Legacy because there was the Mox Showcase. For those of you who don't know how the Magic Online system works, you basically have premiere events happening from time to time, and then you have the challenge happening every time. And this weekend we had the premiere event of Legacy, and in this case, McWin Sauce won with 4-color Yorion, and this is not really a common deck, or I guess it is, but it's not like the classic blue-red deck, Reanimator, Painter, sorry, I meant Kappa Cannoneer that you usually see these days. It's more of a different deck because we're playing 80 cards to begin with, which is not very common outside of Death and Taxes. And then when you play Yorion in your Companion Zone, and you play Grains and Zenith, kind of as a toolbox. And you have 5 colors to choose from. You have Omnath, you have Leovold, you have Grist, you have Endurance, Remnant Excavator. You play with the 8 white mana exile spell in Swords and Prismatic Ending. And your mana base is also very cool because we're playing Primeval Titan. So we have cards like Field of the Dead, we have cards like Wasteland, of course, and we can record them with Light from the Loam, the one-of. The deck is definitely not a regular deck, and not that many people win with it. McWin Sauce is definitely a person that is just dominating challenges and showcase event throughout the format, multi-format, and he's been championing this deck for a while, and definitely plays well in his hands, although the Legacy format competitively continues to be dominated by Blue-Red Delver. And that's definitely a theme, I would say, whenever there's like a new set, a new ban, Delver just raised to the top after a couple of months, and the metagame might settle down, but it's kind of how Legacy is. I believe Legacy is an amazing format to play in paper. I'm not the biggest fan online, but I applaud McWin Sauce for winning, inventing something new, so I'm happy to showcase Legacy on my decks of the weekend. The final deck that I'm going to be showing to you today is Historic. And it's not best of 3, it's best of 1 primarily. It's Blue-Red Wizards. This deck is made by Holy Diva. She is a streamer that I often raid as well. Name is Daniela Diaz from Spain. And she kind of took the alchemy rebalancing thing to the next level here. Symmetry Sage in Strixhaven used to, whenever you play a spell, whenever you cast a combination spell, target creature you control has power 3. And it used to be power 2, it used to be unplayable. But now with these alchemy buffs, this card is actually strong and got into Historic. And I love that. I'm a big fan of rebalancing of weaker cards in Historic and Alchemy, and while Alchemy is kind of quote-unquote dead because they decided to put a huge price on tag on it, Historic is still a popular format, and I love to see that on Arena they're trying to explore a new avenue of regular Magic. And so very happy to see this deck doing well with the rebalancing of Symmetry Sage, which is basically a 1-mana 3/3 in a deck with so many cantrips. Not only that, you can also pump like Gita Lava Runners and it becomes a 4/3, or you can pop Soulscar Mage, Harmonic Prodigy, and becomes better. Or same for Arcanist, you can pump it, and then you can flashback a spell that costs 2/3. What are the spells that cost 2/3? Well, one is Wizard Lightning. Almost all your cards are wizards, so that's it. Well, every card is a wizard, so this is Lightning Bolt whenever you have a creature in play. Iteration, we all know this. And then Static Discharge, another digital only card that checks the amount of these. Then perpetually increases the next one. So if you cast one, you deal 3, and then the next one's gonna deal 4, and so on and so forth. And if you flashback, it's even cooler. Again, I am personally, I mean, I love Magic. I love paper Magic. I love Magic Online, but I also like that on Magic Arena you can do these things and play cards like Static Discharge and Rebuff of Symmetric Sage, which aren't things you can do in paper. This deck also features a card, a very old card, that's Reckless Charge, +3/+0 Ace. That's cool. You can get like 6 damage out of nowhere with Symmetry Sage in the air. That's really cool. A Reckless Charge with my Pauper Cube as well. Crash Through to give a trample, definitely relevant with your prowess abilities. And yeah, again, this deck was made for best of 1. She said that because the arena open this weekend was best of 1 day 1, could have been best of 1 day 1, and then day 2 was best of 3. And she pointed out that this deck is not very good in best of 3, as you struggle against the heavily removal spell decks like Black Green Food and Phoenix. I know a lot of people did 7 wins with Black Green Food, which continues to be the tier 1 in best of 3. I'm not a biggest fan of Historic. It's been stalled for like months and months, I feel like, but it's definitely the eternal format of Arena, so if you don't like to play with new cards and change it over time, you can definitely lock it in a Phoenix or Black Green Food deck, and it'll be good. But yeah, the Arena Open I didn't compete, unfortunately. It was during Easter, and I have like a big family. We always have reunions, so definitely no time to play Magic, to play computer. But I am, yeah, glad to see that Daniela kind of quote-unquote broke it with this deck. A lot of people got to day 2, 7 win in day 1 using her deck, so it was nice to see. Alright, that'll do it for my decks of the weekend. I wish you a nice Monday, a nice week. I plan on, of course, sending 1 video per day. I also plan on writing on doing a top 5 of the new set with some decks. So that'll be cool, I hope. And yeah, have a good day, everybody. Bye.